Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to see about two-ray ground reflection model. Okay, in the last class we already discussed about reflection, diffraction, scattering, free space model. Free space model, that is it is based on the direct line of sight path between the transmitter and obstructor when there is no if there is no obstacles in between the transmitter and receiver, and if there is a direct path between the transmitter and receiver, then we can say it is a line of sight path. So what about the power received in the line of sight path, and then the Fraunhofer region, that all we already discussed in the last class. Okay, today we are going to discuss about two-ray ground reflection model. Okay, so in many cases the direct path will be not available, right? So in that case, how we are finding the received power or the received signal strength, that we are going to discuss in this. So here in this two-ray ground reflection model, there will be two paths. Okay, one is the direct path from the transmitter to the receiver, that is the line of sight path, and second one is the reflected path. Okay, that is from the transmitter the wave reaches the ground and then goes back to the transmitter, that is the reflection takes place, and that wave is called the reflected wave. Okay, why we are using this reflected path in the calculation? In many cases there will be no line of sight path between the transmitter as well as the receiver, so we are going to use this. Here the total electric field is represented as E total. Okay, that is the, here we know we are just taking two ways, right, on line of sight path and reflected path. So we have to calculate the total electric field, that is from the line of sight path plus the um, ground reflected path, that is the total electric field. Okay, so here in this diagram we can say, what about the height of the transmitter, that is from ground to T, that is the height of the transmitter. Then from ground to the receiving antenna, that is what the height of the receiver. And from the transmitter to receiver, there is a direct line of sight path, that we can say it is a the line of sight path. Okay, the distance of this line of sight path is d dash. Okay, the distance between the line of sight path is d dash, and there is another wave, that is a reflected wave, that is this path is the reflected path, that is from the transmitter this wave incident onto the ground and then reflecting back to the receiver. Okay, this is the what one ground reflected wave. So after this the wave is incident to the ground, so we can write it as EI. Okay, then it is reflecting back to the receiver, that is ER, which is equal to EG. Okay, here the angle of incidence is theta I, and angle of reflection it is theta naught. Okay, here the separation distance between the both the antenna is denoted as D. Okay, here in this case we are just taking a reference point E naught. Okay, a reference point, uh, the distance between the transmitting antenna and this receiving point is D naught. Here there is an envelope produced. Okay, that envelope is called that envelope is denoted as E naught D naught by D. Okay, E naught D naught by D, that is the envelope. Okay, hope you understand about this figure. Okay, in this the total line of sight, the electric field, the total electric field, what about the total electric field? It is the electric field produced by this line of sight path plus the electric field produced by this uh, ground reflected path. Okay, so we can say the total electric field is, that is the if E naught is the free space electric field, at a reference distance d naught from the transmitter, then here the distance d, that is between transmitter and receiver, is greater when comparing to the reference point. Okay, so the free space electric field, we are just first writing the free space electric field. Okay, in the free space we know there will be no reflection, diffraction and scattering. So this electric field is called the electric field without reflection, diffraction and scattering. Okay, that is represented as E naught D naught. This equation you have to study. Okay, then only you can able to write the derivation. Okay, E of D comma T is equal to E naught D naught by D cos omega C into T minus D by C. Okay, here D by C is the propagation delay. Okay, D by C is the propagation delay. Here D is greater than D naught. Okay, D is the distance between the transmitting antenna and receiving antenna. So the distance will be greater comparing to the next one. And what about the distance D naught? D naught is the distance between the transmitting antenna and the reference point. Okay. So here E naught D naught by D is the envelope of the electric field at a distance D. Okay. We know we know two propagating waves are arriving at the receiver. Okay, what about the two waves? Line of sight path. What about the distance of the line of sight path? That is D dash. And the next wave is the reflected wave that travels at a distance D double dash. Okay, so the electric field due to this line of sight component. Okay, there is a line of sight component uh, that is which travels at a distance D dash, right? So in the last paper we studied about the line of sight, the electric field of the free space, that is E of D comma T is equal to E naught D naught by D cos omega C into T minus D dash by C. Okay, here the line of sight distance, is denoted as D dash. Okay, so in the last equation we have to put D dash in place of D. Okay, we have to place D dash, that is the distance of the line of sight path, in place of D. Replace D with D dash in the equation. We get this expression, that is E line of sight of D dash comma T is equal to E naught D naught by D dash cos omega C into T minus D dash by C. Okay, then we have to find the electric field due to the ground reflected wave. Okay, so the electric field due to the ground reflected wave, we know the ground reflected distance is denoted as D double dash. So Eg of D double dash comma T is equal to gamma E naught D naught by D dash cos omega C into T minus D double dash by C. Okay, here there is a gamma value. Why we are using gamma value means we know the wave is incident to the ground and then reflecting back to the receiver, right? So this gamma is the reflection coefficient and the value of this gamma is equal to -1. Okay, then that is the phase inversion. Okay, just it's coming to the ground and then reflecting back, so there is an inversion in phase that is represented as gamma, that is equal to -1. Okay, here theta I, incident angle, is equal to reflected angle. We can say Eg is equal to gamma into Ei. That is the reflected electric field is equal to gamma into incident electric field. Okay, so Eg by Ei is equal to gamma. So the total electric field, what about the total electric field here? That is a total reflected electric field. Okay, what about the total reflected wave? Et is equal to Ei plus Eg. We can say that is Ei plus gamma into Ei. Okay, that is Ei into 1 plus gamma. So here EI is equal to minus EG. We can say EI is equal to minus EG. So we get the expression gamma is equal to minus 1. You just study the value for gamma, that is minus 1. Okay, just this expressions you have to just keep in mind. Then so here in this case the total electric field, since EI is equal to minus EG, we can say the total electric field ET is equal to 0. Okay, so the total electric field E total is equal to E line of sight path plus EG. Okay, E line of sight path plus EG is the total electric field in this case. Okay, so E total of D comma T is equal to just substituting the value of E line of sight plus EG. What about the E line of sight value? E naught D naught by D dash cos omega C into T minus D dash by C plus gamma into E naught D naught by D double dash cos omega C into T minus D double dash by C. Here gamma value is equal to minus 1 here, so we are just substituting the gamma is equal to minus 1 here. Okay. Then we know there will be two path, right? D dash as well as D double dash, right? So we have to find the path difference. What about the path difference? There will be two path, right? D dash and D double dash. So what about the path difference? It is the difference between two path, right? So here we are denoting the path difference is del. Here it is path difference is del, that is the difference between the line of sight and the ground reflected path. So del is equal to D double dash minus D dash. Okay, what is D double dash? It is the distance of the reflected antenna, and D dash. What about D dash? It is the distance of the transmitting antenna and line of sight path distance, and D double dash is the reflected path distance. Okay, so just consider this figure. This we are just drawing the mirror image of the original figure just to calculate the value of D dash as well as D double dash. Okay, so first we have to find the D dash value. Okay, we know D dash value is this distance. Okay, so when we draw a mirror image, we can say this distance is D dash. Okay, this distance is D dash. So we have to find this distance, this D dash distance. So we have to just consider this triangle. Okay, we have to just consider this triangle, this one, this triangle. Okay, so this distance is D double dash, and this distance we can say up to this height of the transmitting antenna, then up to this height of the receiving antenna. So HT plus HR, that is here it is HT plus HR. Okay, so this distance, what about this distance is D. Okay, distance between the transmitting antenna as well as the receiving antenna. So we know the value of adjacent side, opposite side. Then we have to find the by using the Pythagoras theorem, we have to find D dash. Okay, so what about the D dash? When we consider this triangle, what about the value for D dash? We have to find this D double dash. Okay, what about the value for D dash? That is square root of this square plus this square plus square root plus this square, that is D double dash is equal to, we can write it as root of HT plus HR the whole square plus D square. Okay, that is the D double dash distance. Okay, then similarly we have to find the D dash distance. Okay, just to find the D dash distance, we have to consider this triangle. Okay, here this distance is D, and here this distance is ht minus hr. ht minus hr, and this distance is d dash. Okay, similarly by using the Pythagoras theorem we can calculate this. Okay, that is the value is d dash is equal to ht minus hr the whole square plus d square. Then we have to find the value of del. What is del? Del is equal to d double dash minus d dash. Okay, then you have to substitute the value of d double dash and d dash. So del is equal to root of ht plus hr the whole square plus d square minus root of ht minus hr the whole square plus d square. Okay, then you have to simplify this. Okay, just taking the, okay, this is the simplification step. You just go through the simplification step. After the first simplification you get this, in place of root we can put it as the whole power 1 by 2. Okay, we can replace root x is equal to x power 1 by 2. Similarly we have to write this. So in the mathematics we have studied the expression for the Taylor series, that is using Taylor series 1 plus x. Here we have 1 plus x term. X term is what? ht plus hr the whole square by d square. Okay, 1 plus x the whole power n. N here it is 1 by 2, that is equal to 1 plus nx. So just 1 plus 1 by 2 into x, ht plus hr the whole square by d square. Okay, similarly using that you have to simplify this expression. Okay, just try to do it by yourself. While you are writing this in the note you have to do the simplification also. Okay. When simplifying you get the expression for del as 2hthr by d, that is the expression for del after the simplification. Okay, you get, just try to simplify it and find the answer. Okay, do not copy, just try to do the simplification by your own. Okay, then here del is equal to 2hthr by d. Okay, then we have to find the phase difference. Okay, we know theta del is the phase difference. Theta del is the phase difference, that is this phase difference can be represented as 2 pi del by lambda. Okay, that is the phase difference, 2 pi del by lambda. Theta del is the phase difference, it is denoted by 2 pi del by lambda. Lambda is equal to, what about the value for lambda? It is equal to c by f. Okay, so theta del is equal to 2 pi del f by c. Just substituting the value of lambda in theta del, you get 2 pi del f by lambda. That is, in place of lambda we are replacing it c by f, and the f goes on to the top side. So 2 pi del f by c. Okay, so 2 pi f we can write it as omega c. Okay, omega c is equal to 2 pi f. So theta del value is equal to del omega c by c. Okay, next time delay tau d. Okay, time delay tau d is equal to del by c. Okay, so that is equal to lambda into theta del by 2 pi c. Okay, suppose if you just consider this equation, phase difference equation, in that just find the value of del, that is equal to lambda into theta del by 2 pi. Okay, so the tau d value is equal to lambda theta del by 2 pi c. Okay, so we can write it as if we substitute the value of lambda, we can write it as del theta del by omega c. Lambda is equal to c by f, right? So the c value and c value got cancelled, and theta del by 2 pi f we get, and 2 pi f is equal to omega c. Okay, suppose if the transmitting antenna and receiving antenna, we know the distance is d and the line of sight distance is d dash and the reflected distance is d double dash, right? So if just consider one case, okay, if we are increasing the distance between the transmitting antenna and receiving antenna, what happened? D will become very large. So what about the value of D dash and D double dash? When the transmitting antenna and the receiving antenna distance is large comparing to the last one, if we are increasing the distance means what about the value? This value goes to this D dash value and D double dash value is equal to D. Okay, this become very small, that value will become very small and just it will be equal to 0. So we can write it as E naught D naught by D is equal to E naught D naught by D dash is equal to E naught D naught by D double dash. Okay, if we are going to calculate the total electric field at time d double dash by c. Okay, if we are calculating the electric field at a time t is equal to d double dash by c, then we get E total of d comma t is equal to d double dash by c is equal to E naught d naught by d dash. We have to substitute in the seventh equation. Okay, in the seventh equation we have to substitute the value of t is equal to d double dash by c. Okay, so the total electric field here is E total of d comma t is equal to d double dash by c is equal to E naught d naught by d dash cos omega c into omega c into t minus d dash by c. So in place of t we have to substitute d double dash by c. So we get d double dash minus d dash by c minus E naught d naught by d double dash. In the next case t in the seventh equation we know omega c into t minus d double dash by c. So in place of t we are substituting the value d double dash by c. Okay, so d double dash by c minus d double dash by c is equal to 0. So we get cos 0. Okay, so E naught d naught by d dash cos omega c into, what about d double dash minus d dash? It is the path difference, right? So it is, we can denote it as del. Okay, omega c del by c. Okay, minus E naught d naught by d dash into cos 0 is 1. Okay, so we are just in the next equation we are just assuming d dash as d. Okay, so that is equal to E naught d naught by d cos theta del minus E naught d naught by d. Okay, omega c del by c is equal to theta del. Okay, omega c del by c is equal to theta del. So we are just substituting the value E naught d naught by d cos theta del minus E naught d naught by d. Okay, so we get the total electric field. E total of d is equal to E naught d naught by d into angle theta del. Cos theta del we are just representing it as angle theta del minus 1. Okay, then again we have to find some values, the total electric field, right? The total E R total of D, so that total electric field. Okay, so we have to just consider the diagrams. Okay, here this is the phasor diagrams. Okay, so in this case this is the case of the equation. Okay, so here this is the total electric field, this is E naught d naught by d dash, this is E naught d naught by d double dash. So and the angle between this is theta del. Okay, from this diagram you have to draw this diagram. Okay, So here this distance E naught D naught by D dash, that is this one, this angle, that is this one, and this line. Okay, here we see this is E naught D naught by D double dash. Okay, so in the here in this we have to reverse it there, so we get minus E naught D naught by D dash. Okay, so the total electric field is denoted as this ER total of D. Okay, from this in this we have to find the value of ER total of D. So here in this case we are just we have only this figure, we have to extend this. Okay, extend this to this one. Okay, so we get this as A, we have to take this as A and this as B. Okay, so what about the total ER total of D? ER total of D is equal to this ER total of D, the whole square, is equal to this A square plus this square. This distance is minus E naught D naught by D double dash plus B the whole square, that is the ER total of D distance. Okay, so here in this case we have to find the values for A and B. Okay, so if we consider this angle theta del, what about cos theta del is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So here in this case the adjacent side is B and the hypotenuse is E naught D naught by D. Okay, this is the hypotenuse, so that distance is E naught D naught by D. So cos theta del is equal to B by E naught D naught by D, and from that we can represent B as E naught D naught by D cos theta del. Okay, then sin theta del, what about sin theta del? That is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. So what about the opposite side? It is A and hypotenuse is E naught D naught by D. Okay, so from that we have to calculate the value of A, that is E naught D naught by D sin theta del. Okay, so here in this we have to find the value of ER total of D. Okay, ER total of D is equal to, what about the value? Square root of minus E naught D naught by D dash plus B the whole square plus A square. Okay, so we are just substituting the value of A and B, we get the expression this one. We get this expression. Okay, then we have to simplify the expression. We are just taking E naught D naught by D the whole square outside. Okay, we get E naught D naught by square root of E naught D naught by D the whole square into minus 1 plus cos theta del the whole square plus E naught D naught by D the whole square into sin square theta del. Then we know in the both cases here there is E naught D naught by D the whole square, here also E naught D naught by D the whole square. Here we are just taking it out, we get E naught D naught by D. Since we are taking it out of the square root, we get this value. Okay, so into root of minus 1 plus cos theta the whole square, that is 1 plus cos square theta del plus minus 2 cos theta del plus sin square theta del. Okay, then we have to simplify this, we get sin square plus cos square theta is equal, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? So 1 plus 1 minus 2 cos theta del, that is equal to 2 minus 2 cos theta del. Okay, that is equal to, we can represent it as 2 into 1 minus cos theta del. Okay, that is equal to 2 sin square theta del by 2. Okay, that is 1 minus cos theta del is equal to 2 sin square theta del by 2. So we get we are taking out of the square root, we get 2 E naught D naught by D sin theta del by 2. So in radians mode, sine theta del by 2 is equal to, we can represent it as theta del by 2. Okay. So theta del by 2 is equal to, then we have to find the value for theta del by 2. Okay, what about the value for theta del by 2? That is equal, theta del is equal to 2 pi del f by c, right? So theta del by 2 is equal to pi del f by c. Then what about the value for del path difference? That is 2 ht hr by d. We have to substitute the value of del. So theta del by 2 is equal to 2 hthr by d pi f by c. Then simplifying this, we get 2 pi hthr. We have to substitute the value of c. That is equal to, what about the value for c? uh, C is equal to lambda into f. Okay, so the values of f get cancelled. We get 2 pi ht hr by d lambda. Okay, then we have to find the total electric field E total of D. We know the last expression we got, it is E total of D is equal to 2 E naught D naught by D into theta del by 2, right? So we have to just substitute the value of theta del by 2. Here this value is the theta del by 2 value. Okay, we just substitute the value. We get 4 pi E naught D naught by D ht hr by d square. Okay, by lambda d square. Okay, just go through it. Then we are taking the square root of this. Okay, E total of D the whole square. That is 4 pi E naught D naught by lambda ht hr by d square the whole square. Okay. So E total of D the whole square is equal to received power. Okay, PR. So we can expand the we can denote this as 4 pi the whole square E naught square D naught square ht square hr square by lambda square into d power 4. Okay, so PR is equal to 4 pi the whole square E naught square, that is equal to P naught D naught square ht square hr square by lambda square by d square. Okay, so this P naught, that is the free space equation. Okay, P naught. Okay, free space power. Okay, so this P naught is free space received power. Okay, substitute the value of P naught, that is equal to pt gt gr lambda square by 4 pi d the whole square. The 4 pi d naught, here P naught preference this is, right? So we have to take d naught the whole square. Okay, into d naught square ht square hr square by d power 4. Then simplifying that, we get the expression for the received power. PR is equal to pt gt gr ht square hr square by d power 4. Okay, so the path loss in dB is what about the path loss? PL of dB is equal to 10 log PT by PR. Okay, what about the value for PT by PR from this equation? PT by PR is equal to d power 4 divided by GT GR HT square HR square. Okay, so then we have to find the path loss. PL of dB is equal to, then just using this equation, we are just simplifying this. PL of dB is equal to 40 log D minus 10 log GT plus 10 log GR plus 20 log HT plus 20 log HR. Okay, here the important thing is the received power. This is the received power equation. I have to just concentrate on the received power equation when there is a two rays. Okay, two ray ground fluxion model. This one is the, what about that, received power? Okay, this you have to find. Just take down this in your notebook. and try to study it. After writing it, you have to send it. Okay, send it to me. Thank you, dear students.